There is no more satisfying episode in this entire show than Lois Strikes Back.
No!
And it's all because she goes to war, and for once, it's not with her own family. Here's what set it off. Reese has a date. That alone is unusual, but he's been talking on the phone almost every night for a week with a girl named Cindy.
No, I can't wait to see you more. No, I can't wait to see you more. Okay, you win.
He hangs up and turns to the family. Cindy is only a few blocks away. Her cousin goes to his school, saw him at a dance, and told Cindy how hot he was. They have the same sense of humor.
She said she saw me put the plastic dog poop in the punch bowl at the school dance, and we both agreed that the real stuff would have been funnier.
He asks Malcolm if he has a visible booger in his nose.
You've asked me 5 times. The answer's still yes.
Lois tells him to just be himself. Reese thanks his mom, opens the door. Cindy is a pig, a real, living pig, with lipstick, a balloon that says, "I love Reese," and 4 girls on the front path taking pictures.
Enjoy your day, Reese!
The pictures are all over school the next day. Even the principal is laughing. Lois sits across from him in his office,
Reese was devastated.
I can just imagine. And I don't like it.
then asks what exactly she wants him to do.
Reese was completely blindsided, huh?
He thinks the girls were actually quite clever. He wonders out loud where you even find a pig.
How would you like it if I called the superintendent and told him all about this?
He offers to put him on speakerphone. Back home, Lois is chopping vegetables like it's one of those girls' necks.
Unbelievable.
Hal tries to de-escalate. He says kids do cruel things to each other. They bounce back when you're young. He actually thinks Reese is coming around a little bit. Hal says he brought him soup yesterday and he couldn't even make a sound.
I just don't think it leads anywhere good when you get like this.
Get like what?
Then he makes the mistake of suggesting Lois has a problem.
If I have a problem, I would love for you to explain it to me.
He realizes it immediately.
You know what, honey? This seems like a longer conversation, and it just so happens that I am right in the middle of a project in the garage.
What follows is a masterpiece of a man talking himself out of the kitchen and into the garage.
You might as well make a bird's nest out of it.
A 2-minute monologue about a drawer, a second gluing, and how he will absolutely be her rock, even though physically he may be in the garage. Lois goes upstairs to Reese's room and sits on the edge of his bed. She has the school yearbook.
I want names.
Reese holds up 4 fingers. She tells him to just nod when he sees one. In the garage, Hal is sitting in a chair reading a magazine. He hears Lois's car pull into the driveway, jumps up, grabs a tube of glue, and pretends to be fixing the drawer. Once she's safely inside, he goes back to his chair and accidentally kicks a piece of wood that sends a soda can flying into the air.
Oh, you can kiss that baby goodbye.
He says it's another walk-off home run for Hal, and the crowd is on its feet. Meanwhile, Dewey sits Reese down on the couch and tries everything. He offers him the ant farm he's been raising for months. He knows all their names, loves each one of them.
Why does everything I love always turn into a pig?
Dewey tells him about Rick Jensen, who sat in beef stew at lunch and then spilled lemonade on his crotch. Kids were coming from other schools to laugh at him.
Was he able to get his pants clean?
Dewey gives up and leads him back to bed. Later, he sponge bathes him, tells him about Mr. Hendricks piling on homework, about his teacher's wife moving out. Reese just lies there. Dewey keeps talking. Hal comes in to check on him.
He's having a very good day.
Malcolm comes home from school. Lois asks how his day was. Malcolm says okay, but there was this one weird thing. This girl named Kristen, they tried to get it all out, but the janitor ended up having to cut off all her hair with a hedge trimmer.
Really? That's terrible.
That night, Lois is outside Diane's bedroom window. Diane, played by a then-unknown Emma Stone, is lying on her bed talking on the phone. She says Kristen could not stop sobbing.
I know. Did you see her without her hair?
And the best part, she adds,
Now Dylan's available.
Lois writes something down. Outside, Hal is testing the pitching machine he's built out of things from the garage.
Okay, rookie. Show me what you got.
The next day, Malcolm runs into Lois in the school hallway.
I'm here to pick up some things for Reese, so he can catch up on his schoolwork.
Malcolm says, I hope you rented a truck. Diane opens her locker.
Who did this?
Diane falls to the floor, sobbing. Malcolm turns around. Lois is gone. At home, Malcolm confronts her. Lois denies everything. Malcolm follows her to the bathroom and talks through the door.
Tell me, did it feel good to cut through Elmo's neck? Did it? Mom? Mom?
He goes to Hal in the garage. Hal says this sounds like a lot of supposition.
I mean, it would be a different story if you had hard evidence or an eyewitness.
Malcolm says he was there when the doll heads rolled out of the locker.
And what exactly do you mean when you say you were there?
Malcolm gives up.
Sorry for the delay, folks.
There was a fan on the field.
Girl number 3, Heidi. Lois sneaks a duffel bag through Heidi's bedroom window while her parents sit in the living room 2 feet away. Then she calls the house, poses as the manager of the Edgewood Hotel, and confirms a reservation.
She also requested a bottle of champagne and the romance package.
I think you better cancel that reservation.
Heidi's mom finds the duffel bag. Inside, hotel brochures and a pack of condoms. Lois is outside watching through the window. Heidi's dad comes out. Lois grabs a kid on a skateboard and points at him. The dad says he thought Jordan was a good kid. Jordan tries to explain.
You picked the wrong night to mess with me, you little perv.
Lois goes to Reese's room and sits down.
I've been a terrible mother.
It's okay, Mom. I've known that for a long time.
She tells him everything, that instead of comforting him, she went on a rampage.
I tapped into some dark, ugly place inside of me. I was acting like you.
Worse,
I am you.
she got it from Grandma and she passed it on to him.
I'm sorry.
Reese asks if there's one left. Lois says it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know that, Mom. I'm just trying to let it sink in.
He's just thinking about what must be going through Paula's head right now.
You know how she thinks she beat you? I'm perfect and I got away with it, and that tired, frumpy housewife just didn't have what it took to finish the job.
Lois is in the car before he finishes the sentence.
If you think you're manipulating me, you're wrong.
That girl just needs to know she can't go around hurting people without consequences.
And I want to make it clear that this is a one-time thing due to very special circumstances.
Understood.
And that way she'll grow up to be a very nice young lady.
Now get back there and fill up those balloons with paint.
Meanwhile, Hal is at the ballpark. Rain delays finally over. We can get back to playing Americas.
The idea that man came from an ape still rankles me. I say prove it.
He looks up. His pitching machine is gone. Malcolm is waiting at the van.
Get out of our way!
Malcolm says this is crazy. It goes against everything she's ever taught them.
This is a one-time thing due to very special circumstances.
She operates the pitching machine.
Adjusting left.
Direct hit. Paula's boyfriend Matt uses her as a human shield.
This is nice. Just the two of us?
Lois says she was just thinking the same thing. Lois and Reese drive home. Malcolm is tied up in the back seat. Reese says it's a shame it was over so quickly. Lois says maybe they can go bowling sometime.
I'd like that.
Malcolm says,
So as long as you can rationalize your behavior, I guess you can do whatever you want.
Lois says, "Oh, Malcolm, for Pete's sake, don't be so upset. I'll do something with you next week." That's the episode. Lois commits vandalism, breaking and entering, identity fraud, and at least 4 other crimes, then drives home completely relaxed. Reese gets off the floor for the first time in days, and his first act as a recovered human being is shooting a paint cannon at a girl in a prom dress. Dewey cared for his brother with the patience of a saint and received 0 acknowledgement. The Wilkersons at their most themselves, which somehow is also their most beautiful. And if you're wondering why Malcolm never got this kind of protection, that video is right here.